We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
When it comes, but when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but that's
I think that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
And can I just point this out to you? The president has a part in power,
you're
right?
ridiculous.
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that's
Think about it.
One thing I got to give Charlamagne the God credit for is accountability. He is really showing a strong strength of accountability. You know he votes Democrat. We already know he panders to them. But one thing he is showing, or two things, is humility and accountability. Hey, it's safe to say that he's about to drop some truth bombs, and let's just say The View, you know they have the Trump derangement syndrome. They're not going to take too kind to this right here. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. In the meantime, if you like reactions like this, consider hitting that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell. Let's help this channel rise. Click that like and subscribe. Let's go, baby.
Charlamagne the God has been a vocal force in the media throughout the 2024 presidential race, and he's joining us now at the table. Please welcome back the author of the book, Get Honest or Die Lying, Charlamagne the God.
Thank you for having me back.
Okay, so my question is, after the election, you said that you were disappointed but optimistic. How are you feeling right now?
I feel the same way because, I mean, what's the other option?
Right.
You know, I'm a country boy from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, raised on a dirt road. So, you know, my mother was a Jehovah's Witness, my grandmother was a Baptist. So I still believe in this higher power called God.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't believe in God when, you know, things go your way and not believe in God when things don't go your way. So at a time like this, you just got to remember your serenity prayer, which is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Because you can't change nothing.
I love that. Yeah. Especially the wisdom to know the difference, right?
And we can't change anything.
Can't.
All right, now listen. I'm going to go off note real quick. Why is it that Charlamagne look like either he got on makeup or I can't put it together right now, but he has no wrinkles, nothing. No forehead wrinkle, he has no laugh lines, nothing. I mean, he almost looks fake, like a cartoon. Something's going on over here. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments.
You know.
Not yet.
Well, 4 years from now, I guess.
Or two.
You never know.
But let me ask you this: Trump's campaign ads for some, they're saying they were very effective, and in one in particular ad, he used a clip of you from The Breakfast Club saying, "quote Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners." You say that line was taken out of context. I know it was. But it went on to become one of his most effective campaign ads. I'm also featured in one of his campaign ads.
You might have been 1 and 2.
Yeah. I was. He texted me and let me know that.
Context.
No.
No, it wasn't. But what were you actually saying in the clip? And can you please explain that? And how does it make you feel that the campaign used you like that?
Well, it's never good to be taken out of context, but I was explaining to my listeners how effective I thought the actual ad was. Like, you know, the ad was effective before I was in it. I was just sitting at home watching football, and I saw it, and I was like, whoa. And so I knew the immediate reaction was going to be, you know, people are going to say, hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that. So I was explaining that to my listeners. So, I mean, yeah, it never feels good to be taken out of context, but what I didn't like the most was that they didn't do anything to combat it. Right. I would have ran the same ad and just said, Donald Trump, you know, what is it? Donald Trump supports, what is it? What was it?
He was the one that was supporting
Yes, Donald Trump supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. I would have ran the same ad because it was legislation under him as well. And you know what else I would have did if I was our campaign? Since Donald Trump used me, I would have used Joe Rogan.
See, Charlamagne, I don't know. He's not the God. This is Charlamagne the devil talking. This Charlamagne the devil talking at this point is no longer the God. I mean, to say that, all you doing is just stirring up trouble. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere like that. You're just going to expose yourself. Listen, Trump was already leading. They was already leaning into voting for him. So there's nothing really I could have done to change the situation. You know what really happened is the previous 4 years. That's what happened. It's not the rhetoric you guys were spewing that actually hurt you. So no matter which direction the Democrats would have went, it would have been hurting them either way. That's my opinion, not a fact, but that's how I see it.
Rogan said Donald Trump was a threat to democracy. Joe Rogan said he thought Donald Trump was, I think, unhinged was the quote.
Right.
You got to mix it up. You got to get dirty with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to muddy the waters a little bit, cause confusion.
Yeah. Let me ask you something that's
Female
going
trait.
around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, et cetera, as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, they act so self-righteous. The reality is...
Listen now, that right there, that deserves a Funk Master Flex bomb right there, because you would never think him as a Democrat would even say what he just uttered out his mouth. Pause, no diddy. You understand? And for some reason, the host to his right, she's always spewing negativity and a whole bunch of just rumors. You understand what I'm saying? She's always spewing out lies. You see how she try to justify by saying, well, the other side does it too, so does it make it okay? Does it make it okay? Are you supposed to lead by example? Let me know.
He didn't have to say anything in regards to, whether or not, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, nobody's above the law, I respect, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed his...
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend?
No.
Here goes Whoopi, listening only to respond, not to pay attention or comprehend. She's the biggest Trump derangement syndrome candidate ever in life. You understand what I mean?
I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Yep. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his...
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
mad. No.
What is she? You see what she's like? I just don't understand where she be coming from. Who said that he's mad? He's just expressing himself. And if he's coming across a little bit manly, excuse him, he is a man. Oh, we are doomed right now. If it was up to them, this world would be whoop, upside down.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. We shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
has criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question. Okay. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just...
Charlamagne right now, he's just like making him look bad. I don't think they was expecting this from him right now. So she was trying to make him look bad. Whenever you disagree with the view, they try to insult you. They try to, they try to describe you in It's just, they look like a fool. I'm telling you, man. They expose themselves every show that they do. They expose themselves. We don't need to do it for them.
Just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
I'm an independent.
Yes, but that's
And I
not,
think that's the right way to go.
but that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are
I'll
wrong?
tell you when Democrats
So
are
you
wrong.
don't think Joe
I say
Biden
it
is
on the
wrong?
show.
No, I don't.
don't.
And can I
Well,
just
that's
point this out to you?
ridiculous.
The president has the pardon power,
you're
right?
ridiculous.
The
I didn't say
You see that, right? He said, that's ridiculous. And she goes, you're ridiculous. She just can't control and contain herself. She has no control of her emotions. She's emotionally disturbed.
ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah,
I would never. I said that. I just think that's
Think
ridiculous.
about
Come over
it.
and give
Just
me a
think
kiss.
about it this.
House full of women, cuz. House full of sensitive old females. Dealing with they damn hormones. Y'all some unstable creatures. See, I ain't gonna say the B word. I'm gonna say unstable creatures.
Just very quickly, can you reframe it in this way and think about it maybe in this way? The president has the ultimate pardon power. Every president has done this, right?
Yeah.
And so people are saying is that Joe Biden is now a liar, as opposed to Joe Biden is someone who now knows that the person that is going to be in the White House is on a revenge tour and his son is on an enemy.
You see how they flipping it and spinning it? You see this? So now the only reason why he's doing this and he's looking like a so-called liar, right, is only because Trump, once he gets into office, allegedly he's going to be attacking a specific kind of people, a group of people. You understand what I'm saying? Democrat Party. So I guess this justifies his actions to pardon his son. Don't get me wrong. Listen, every father should always want to bail out their son no matter what. That's just a father's love. That's how God loves us. You understand? But on the same note, let's be serious right now. Pay attention to what's going on. They love to spin everything to where it fits their narrative. This is what Charlamagne is telling them, and they still don't see it.
List. And so he is using his rightful power, his rightful political power, to pardon his son. Now, is that a lie, or is that perhaps being pragmatic, having a change of opinion, as opposed to the president-elect who has lied almost 40,000 times during his first term?
Well, I can't say what it is because I'm not in
the moral high ground? Like, what's the faux outrage?
neither one of them have the moral high ground. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But when you are a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, you refuse to be objective about the other party. Like, it's like we're watching them do something wrong, but we're making excuses for it. We watch Republicans do things wrong and they make excuses for it. Why can't we just all be objective and call it what it is?
It's not the same.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. It's not the same. Well, with that being said, you guys go in the comments, run it up, flood it up. You let me know your thoughts on this right here. Don't forget, if you want to help this channel rise, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I don't know, they got to get rid of this show. I'm done with this show at this point. I never really watched it. I only go on there for content because it's entertainment and hilarious. Just to watch them bug out and get emotional like this. I mean, listen, they're only doing it to their own blood pressure, not mine, not yours. Make sure you never involve yourself the way Whoopi does with things that really doesn't concern her. You understand what I'm saying? She really touches topics that it doesn't need to be touched. You understand? Just leave it alone. Mind your business. Keep going forward in life. Be happy. You're breathing. On that note, see you guys in the next one.